Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Monster Monday. All month long, we've been celebrating the great works of Washington Irving by looking at the toys from the movie Sleepy Hollow by Tim Burton. Now, today we're going to be looking at the crown jewel and final piece of my collection. There were only 5 figures released in the series. We are looking at the final piece and the best. So sit back and enjoy. For today is a very special day. All Hallows Eve. Vampire's favorite day. And do I have a day of activities planned? So, let's go ahead and take a look at this marvelous toy. And here it is, the Deluxe Headless Horseman. This was released in 1999 by McFarlane Toys. This was a very limited run because the movie was released that year. It was not a series. It's a television series, but not by Tim Burton. The television series is called The Hollow. So this is a very wonderful piece. I wanted to give you a sneak peek of it before we really get into it. There is a lot of detail to be seen. There are some flaws in this toy as well, which Vampire is kind of sad about, but at the same time, everything breaks down with age. That is the nature of things. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this beautiful piece. First and foremost, let's look at the display stand. This is the Tree of the Dead, where the Horseman was buried. It is not very dusty. It is painted this way. You could see the snarls and snags in the tree. And if you look very closely, you could see the vines wrapping around the tree. And if you remember from the movie, when Constable Crane was cutting into the tree, into the vines, blood was splattering back at him. It is a display base. The branches are made from a softer, more pliable plastic. And as you can see, there are skulls down in the ground. You can see that one right there. It has foot pegs for the horse or an action figure that you want to put on there. I must point out that these foot pegs do very easily break off. The rocks are painted, rocks and leaves are painted brown. A lot of detail has gone into this piece. McFarlane never ceases to amaze me with their artwork. These are pieces of art. This is a wonderful piece. It makes for a great decoration. The next item on here is his horse. Now, in some renditions of Sleepy Hollow, the horse's name is Daredevil. In the movie, his name was Daredevil. In The Legend of Sleepy Hollow from Walt Disney, that was the name of Brom Bones' horse, Daredevil. So I call this horse Brimstone. You can see the artwork, the filigree on his bridle. His saddle is very well sculpted with use of stirrups, nicely done. And the buckle for the saddle does go all the way around. The reins are made of rubber, and the horse's head is made of rubber. Look at the mean look on his face. It did a very good job on his teeth and tongue. Get that into focus. And down here he has brown hooves. He is fully articulated. So you could put him in many poses. You could have him rearing up. All kinds of different poses. His tail is rubber as well as the saddle. The big problem with this one is the mane does come off, but could easily be repaired with super glue. Just be careful not to glue your fingers together. So we'll set him back there. And the final piece, the Horseman himself. This one is articulated. There is a problem with it. You could see that his feet are coming apart. I wanted to show you a rougher example, because his boots are made of rubber, and underneath is a metal frame that allows for knee articulation. He has a soft plastic red cape, the same design as the first Horseman that I showed you, the same armor. But this one comes with a sword. You see, it has the snake's head on there. A very nice hilt. Be careful with the sword because the blade does break off. And looking down inside of his neck, you could see very... They did a great job with the anatomy. You have 4 arteries, and then there's the vertebrae. His cape is torn up. You can see the liner of the cape from the outside because the outer layer is torn, showing the inner layer. But what is good about this one, you could fit the different heads onto him that came with the toys. I prefer the skull on there. It is more ominous looking. His hand is curved so he could carry the sack of heads that came with the single figure, and to put him on the horse, you put him in the seated position. And the reason why his toes are bent is because he was displayed for so long by the previous owner with the feet inside of the stirrups. I would advise against that if you want to display him. And looking at him from the front, even old Vampire would be scared to look at that coming at me. And as we know from the previous videos, the Horseman was played by the great Christopher Walken, and the stunts were done by the great stuntman and martial artist Ray Parks. There is a slight difference between the two. Well, more than a slight difference between these two. Aside from the articulated joints, the Horseman's cape is different. The body construction is the same, but the head stays on better with this cape than it does with this body form. This one comes with spurs. This one does not. The spurs are broken off, it appears, because they are made from rubber. But these are very nice toys. Vampire is proud to own them. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is Vampire's favorite story. I'm sure others, all of you have grown up watching the Walt Disney version of Sleepy Hollow, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And that is a very nice version. I enjoyed that very much as a young man, and still do today. So, I do recommend that you pick one of these up. They're not that expensive to find it boxed, and there are still plenty of them that are in boxes. And just be careful when using it, when displaying it, to try not to tear the rubber. Eventually it's going to be inevitable that it will tear just with age. So there we are, the Headless Horseman. It'll be a double feature today. Not only do we finish up the month with this fantastic piece, but we also have a special story tonight, as I do every Halloween, to read you a special story. And I'm playing with some ideas here still. Vampire goes by what he feels. So, stay tuned for that. It will be a very good story, I promise you that. So, please, my dear friends, be careful tonight while trick-or-treating. Go out in groups. Don't go into a stranger's home. Do not take candy eat candy that is unwrapped, unless you know that person very well. Carry a flashlight with you so you could be seen by cars. Look both ways before crossing the street. Don't go down blind alleys. Dark alleys where Vampire likes to hang out. And have your parents inspect your candy when you get home. If your parents are not available, a responsible older sibling or family member to look it over. Anything unwrapped or suspicious, please dispose of. Vampire wants to see all of you around for many, many years to come. And enjoy this special holiday. A day where you get to dress up and be goofy and have fun. I might dress as a human today. Who knows? But I'm going to make my annual visit to the shopping mall and pass out candy there. I had to get security clearance to do it first, but I did. And I think I might get some teriyaki chicken too. Just more chicken than that's teriyaki. All right, my friends. You stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to everyone. Especially be kind to your animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. Animals talk to a vampire. So if I get any bad reports, vampire will not be happy. So, until later tonight, have a great day. Bye-bye.